How are you guys?
So far so good.
Yeah. So I'm Dr. Kay Williams. I am the principal of Lamar Consolidated High School. So um, I'm looking at your wonderful background, so I can't tell whether it's day or night there.
It's in the morning.
In the morning? Okay.
Yes, 6 a.m.
Okay. I'm in Australia. Let me find out what time it is in Australia because I'm Australian. So let me see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 8:55 a.m. in Melbourne. So there you go.
Morning too.
他们开始聊天。
Ooh, my office looks junky. Look at this stuff. Good Lord. I just looked behind me. Busy day.
Yeah, it's the beginning of everyone's busy day too. Maybe at the end for some.
It's the end of my busy day. Yes. So definitely the end. Hi, Dr. Mossage. I can't hear you.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hi, good afternoon and good morning there in Taiwan.
Morning.
Morning, good
Morning.
afternoon. Hi, we got so many people. Hi, Dr. Mosage. Long time
Hi.
no see.
It's been a bit.
Well, we still have 3 minutes to start the meeting. I'm so glad that so many people are already here. Thank you. How's the weather in Taiwan? Tim? How's the weather in Taiwan?
Hello.
邱主任
Here.
How's the weather in Taiwan?
I don't know the weather is because it's still dark. It's still dark now.
It's early morning. It's
Yeah.
5:58,
But I-
almost 6 o'clock in
Six.
the morning.
I think it's still good weather today.
Good weather.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're so glad that Section Chief Section 蔡科长也在嘛，对不对？Section
Yeah.
Chief.
Good morning and good evening.
Hi,
Yeah.
Eric. Eric. Okay.
Hi.
Dr. Moses, Eric he is from Department of Education of Pingtung County Government. So he is
Yeah.
the supervisor of all these high schools. He's the big boss.
Yeah. There are four senior high school in Pingtung. Yeah. Thank you.
So for today, 3 of them are here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lamar CISD is covering all Pingtung County, almost three-fourths of Pingtung County schools. So we have 1 more minute to go. So Dr. Moses, later on, will you introduce all your high school principals for us later?
Dr. Mossage, you're on mute.
Yeah,
I'm
can
just
you unmute?
talking. Blah, 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 blah. I am not as accustomed to Google as I am Zoom, and so I'm trying to see how I can't see everybody.
Okay, can you see us now? Thank you very much for the cooperation because in Taiwan we are not allowed to use Zoom as a public platform. So thank you very much for your comprehension and understanding.
Okay. I have everybody that is kind of here currently right now. So let me kind of just go down the line. I am Terry Mossage. I am learning officer here for the school district. And we are joined here by a number of administrators, as well as I have some of our area superintendents that are also available or also on this call. So, Mr. Ward, would you like to wave at everybody? Mr. Dan Ward is at Fulshire High School. When we just began this journey, I'm thinking multiple years ago, Fulshire probably was not part of that conversation like it will be as we move forward. They are it's now your 5th year, correct, Dan, or is it 6?
5th year.
The 5th year. And so he was is the 5th high school in Lamar CISD. And then many of you also know Jerry Kipping. Jerry, wave at everybody. He's somewhere. And so Jerry, many of you do know or have engaged with Jerry before because he has welcomed a lot of the students to Foster High School, as well as some of your staff. And so the next person I'm going to introduce, Heather Patterson. Heather Patterson is here somewhere. She's waving somewhere. And Heather is the high school principal at George Ranch High School. And also had a lot of has had a lot of program support with Foshan for China from George Ranch. Then we have Juan Nava. Juan, go ahead and wave. Juan Nava is the principal at Terry High School. Terry High School. And so again, his students also had a lot of engagement with Foshan, as well as, not to be last, but we also have Dr. Kay Williams. Dr. Kay Williams, you were on the call at the very beginning. Please wave at everybody. And that is Lamar High School, which was the original high school, the flagship school of Lamar CISD. The first is where Dr. Kay Williams currently is the principal. And so some of my colleagues, some of you have met, I'm sure, before. Andre Asagi, wave, Dr. Asagi, you're somewhere out there. He is, thank you, Dr. Asagi. He supervises our track, so he supervises both Foster High School and Fulshire High School. Let me see, Dr. Waits, you're somewhere around there as well. You supervise Lamar High School. So wave, Dr. Waits. And then let me see here. I don't know if Diane made it. Did Diane make it? I do not think Diane made it or Mr. Morin made it. Am I missing Mr. Morin and Diane? Does anybody else see them? I don't think so.
Okay, there are some more 10 attendees that we cannot see their pictures, right? Because the screen is too small or our meeting is too big.
Correct. So, yeah, we've got a lot of people on our meeting.
Yes.
So those are my team members currently right now that are part of the conversation. We do want to ensure and widen this partnership in regard to a lot of our high schools. to be engaged with the high schools that we are going to connect with. And so from that point, I guess I'll turn that over to you, and you could tell me what else we want to know also about Lamar.
Before that, can I share a small technique? If you choose to see more options, there is the option for you to broaden your screen so you can maximize the capacity of the photos. So now I can see everyone's photo in the screen. So I hope that Terry, you can make it. You can see more options and maximize your screen. Okay, so is everyone good with the photos? Everybody's camera, we can see everyone, right? Okay, thank you. So Terry, shall I introduce our attendee from Taiwan? Okay. First of all, I am Andrea Yang. I'm Director of Education Division of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office here in Houston. I was appointed by Taiwan's Ministry of Education to work here. My service area will cover 8 southern states. That will include Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and so forth. And today, my colleague Winnie, she is also with me. I think she is working very hard, sending you all the agenda, the links, and everything. She is our colleague. And then I would like to introduce, just back to what I just said, Eric Tai. He is the Chief of Teaching Development Division of Department of Education of Pingtung County Government. Hi, Eric.
Hi, hi everyone. Good morning.
Well, thank you. And also, we have 3 schools today with us. The first one will be Zhonggang High School. The principal is John Lin. 林校长来了吗？ Oh yeah, 校长有戴口罩。He is wearing the mask.
Good morning.
Campus. Okay, thank you, 林校长. And then Secretary Chen Zhenying Chen.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for coming. And then Director of Academic Affairs, Kim Chu.
Hello, everyone.
And we also have Director of the Library, Rita Ko.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Morning. And also with us, Section Chief of International Education, Kate Lee.
Hello, good afternoon, Texas, and good morning, Taiwan. Hi, Keeping. Hello.
You got some friends. And Section Chief of Program Planning, Grace Young. 杨老师要不要说一句话？
Hello, everyone. My name is Grace.
Okay, thank you for coming. And also we have Fang Liao High School. First of all, we would like to introduce the principal, Chi Wei Chen.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
It's very early. He's still in the car.
Yeah, in American, good afternoon.
Thank you. And Director of Academic Affairs, Chen Tian Li. Li 主任有要 say hello? Can you unmute? Okay, and also Chief of Program Planning Section, Xue Lichen.
Hello, everyone. Sorry.
Hi.
有听到吗？ Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Okay, 薛组长有说了吗？
Hello everyone, I'm Shelly.
Thank you for coming. And Chief of Curriculum Section, Feng Weijie.
Good morning. You can just call me Emma.
Emma. Okay, good, Emma. And the third school is National Pingtung Senior High School. We have our Director of Academic Affairs, Hong Minfeng Hong, Director Hong.
Morning. I'm Tank.
Okay. Thank you for coming. And also Section Chief of Curriculum, Chloe Sun.
Yes, good afternoon and good morning. I'm Chloe. Hi, nice to meet everyone.
And also with us, Secretary Sam Fan.
Hello everyone, I'm Sam. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you. I think it's so far it's the largest meeting I've been together with. So I think everyone will just make the most of our time. So I will start the introduction of a brief one, U.S.-Taiwan Education Initiative, and also it is going to serve as a background information for our partnerships. So I will share my screen. Can you all see the slides?
Yes.
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 Yes, okay.
Okay, I'll go to the first one. Okay, for your information, in the year 2020, in December, the U.S. and Taiwan signed an MOU of Memorandum of Understanding on Language Education Cooperation. It's signed by the de facto embassy in Taiwan, the American Institute in Taiwan, and the Taipei Economic and Cultural Representative Office in D.C. The MOU was signed 1 year ago. And the goals for these MOU is to, as far as you can see on the slide, to expand access to Chinese and English language instruction. And of course, we will safeguard academic and intellectual freedom. And we would like to enhance existing programs for two-way educational exchange. We would like to explore opportunities for Chinese and English language teachers and resources to serve language programs in U.S. universities, town schools, and other institutions. We would like to enhance our English language programming and English content-based instruction teacher training in response to the 2030 Bilingual Education Initiative. This is also a very important national policy ahead because for the year 2030, we would like to provide bilingual education, and now we are looking for our partners to foster all the paths. And we would like to enhance Taiwan's critical role in providing Chinese instruction both to Americans or to people around the world. And to for the National Policy 2030 Bilingual Education, we would like to enhance our international education. So we would like to put it like 2.0 for our primary and secondary schools. So here today we have all high schools. The core concepts of the international education will be taking the curriculum guidelines for our 12-year basic education. That's compulsory as a foundation. And we would like to popularize IE in primary and secondary schools. So the Ministry of Education is providing more resources to disadvantaged students in remote areas and to integrate cross-domain resources. And we would like to encourage our educational authorities to play a key role. And that is why our Pingtung County government is also with us. And for the International Education 2.0, what could we do? These 7 are the items that we can do. But of course, our exchange programs can be expanded, can do more than this. But these are just examples for you to think about. For example, we can do a cultural exchange. In the past, both parties, I think from Forbin ISD sent students and teachers to visit Pingtung, and Pingtung has sent students and teachers to visit Forbin County. And we can also do a language exchange. We can do the sister school exchange. I think the sister school MOU is there already. And topic discussion. We'll see what topic you are interested in and what we are in so we can exchange. international project participation. I heard that some other schools they would like to participate in international competition for robotics. So one team here in the US, the other team over there in Taiwan, they work on the same project. Or we can do the international pen pals. That is very convenient. Nowadays, the student they do not just write letters; they write emails or they'll record the film. Collaborative prepared courses is more when the exchange is more mature. You can talk about shared courses. So these are the main items that could be done. But of course, for today, we would like to listen to more opinions from you, and so that we can discuss more of our way to do the international education. So that is the end of my background information. And to follow up, I would like to later on all questions we can leave for the discussion time, right? And to follow up, I would like to invite Terry to give us a brief introduction of Lamar CISD. Can I?
Good morning to everybody, or good afternoon if you're in the United States. Almost good evening. A little bit about Lamar. One of the things about Lamar is that we are a very fast-growing district. We also are composed of the majority of Fort Bend County, which is a county within the state of Texas. And it is in Fort Bend County, it is also one of the most diverse counties in the United States. And so I think that's an important aspect to our schools. We have a very diverse student body, both racially as well as economically. We are at about 40,000 kids. So last year we hit at about 38,000. By 2028, the projection is going to be that we are at 63,000. So the growth here in Lamar is extremely, extremely fast. We like to say around here right now that it feels like we're building campuses just to put portables in them. That's how quickly the growth is. We currently know that we are looking at possibly opening 4 schools, which would include a 6th grade and some elementaries within the next couple of years. As well as in the horizon is high school number 7. We just opened high school and junior high number 6 last year. And we have solidified some land for high school number 7, but that is not yet ready to be announced. And we do know that we're looking at the possibility, almost more than possible, that we're looking at high school number 8, as well as the possibility of high school number 9. I say all of that because as, again, people are moving here. In the state of Texas, we have a accountability system that kind of drives a lot of the academic improvement, academic directions in a school district. And at our last rating, we were rated a district at that time, which is at the top of the performance labels from the state. And so currently right now, if we look at our population of kiddos, I would say now about 49% of our kids are qualifying for what we call free or reduced lunch. So they're at a certain poverty level. When COVID hit last year, it went over 50%. And so that has come down just a little bit. We are, what else can I say? In our high schools, we have a lot of career and tech programs that are embedded within the high schools. We have a flourishing an agricultural program as well. And we're continuing as a district to seek ways to improve our career and technical experiences for our kids, as well as our opportunities, while simultaneously also improving the academic pathways for college preparatory programs for all of our kids, those from the richest of homes all the way to the poorest of homes, have the option of going to college, and we hope that they are well prepared for that moving forward. I think the interesting thing about too, and I'll be quiet after this, is that we have for 20 years we had the same superintendent, and so the same key leader in our school district. And in June of 2020, we welcomed and are grateful to have as our leader now Dr. Roosevelt Nivens, who came from the DFW area with experience in the superintendency, but he is also leading our organization moving forward. And so that's a little bit about Lamar.
Thank you, Dr. Terry. Thank you very much for the information. So good to know that your CISD is booming. So many students are coming. So you'll be having a lot of new high schools. To follow up, I would like to invite Eric Tsai to say a little bit about Pingtung County. Could you?
Okay. Good morning and afternoon to everyone. I'm the division chief of Pingtung government, Eric Tsai. First of all, I want to represent Ms. J. Han to appreciate the meeting invitation. We think today is an important day that we can communicate through the internet, and we will introduce 3 or 4 special and development potential senior high school to you, and we wish we can have a closer cooperation in the future. Welcome to Pingtung, and there are more than 200 schools. Yeah, more than 200 schools, and our regional culture, marine education, and cuisine special hotspots waiting for you. And please take care and keep away from the COVID-19. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, so to follow up, we have a Donggang High School. To save time, can we invite Principal John Lin to say a little bit, to say a few words? 林校长要不要讲几句话？Can you unmute? Principal Lin, can you unmute?
大家好，我英文比较不行啊，真的非常开心能够参加这次的交流，在那个科长也在那边哦，谢谢大家。那我希望今天的那一个相见谈话里面，可以让大家更了解台湾跟美国这方面的教育的差异性跟共同性哦。为了教育，大家一起来努力。非常欢迎大家一起继续交流，谢谢。
Okay, Principal Lin is very happy to be here. He is so honored. He welcomes you to join the partnership with Pingtung, and let us work together for U.S. Taiwan education. Yes. So, 要不要请我们的另外那个陈志伟陈校长the other principal from Fangliao High School, Principal Chen, will you say something for us?
Hello everyone, I'm the principal of Fangliao High School, Mr. Chen. Nice to meet you. Now I'm driving the car to my school, my school will in my school in the south of the Taiwan, and I hope and Taiwan and American we can cooperate from curriculum and some culture, custom, and next time my colleague will introduce my school for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. From Pingtung High School, is there anyone to represent principal, for example, director of academic affairs? 洪主任要不要代表说几句话？
领风。
Okay, good morning. I'm Tank from Pingtung Senior High School. Our school is in the South Taiwan and very warm. The famous site in Pingtung is Canting. Many people come to Canting to activity on the water, on the sea. Welcome everyone to Pingtung. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So to follow up, we would like to see the brief introduction of every school. Every school, please squeeze your content to 3 minutes. Okay. So Donggang, who is going to share the screen for us?东港高中是谁做简报？
来，简报来，李优老师。
Hi, hello everyone. Good morning. And I'm the English teacher from Donggang Senior High School. So now I'm going to give you some brief introduction of our school. Yes.
简报，来简报来上去。
可是我不知道这里要。
So you will share your screen, right?
Okay, so now let's get started. And our school is called Donggang Senior High School, and it is located in Pingtung County. Yeah, so we can see the map here. Here is Taiwan, and here is Forbin. And the distance between these two places is totally 13,000 kilometers. And most importantly, there is a 14 hours time difference between Taiwan and Forbin. So now in Taiwan it's 6:30 p.m. and maybe in Texas it's 4:30 p.m. right? And you can see the map here. It is where it shows where Donggang is in the south of Taiwan. And Donggang is actually near the sea, near the Pacific Ocean. So it is highly rich in natural resources and the religious culture. And most people here make a living from fishing and tourism. Okay. And because of this religious culture, there is a famous spot, the famous ancient temple in Donggang, and it's called Donglong Gong, the Donglong Temple. And it is famous for the ritual of welcoming king, and it is to worship Wang Ye. This is a religious culture in this in this ritual, I think. And this festival is held every 3 years. So actually in the previous year, 2021, the festival, the activities was be held in Donggang to worship Wang Ye. So you can see the picture here. There's a lot of people to participate in this festival. And let's talk about our school. So here you can see some background information of our school. And our school type is general high school. So we have junior high and senior high together in our school. And our school is public, and its composition of students is co-education. We have boys and girls in our school. And the total number of our full-time teacher is 162 people. and the students from junior high to senior high is 1,904 people. Right, so talking about the school feature, because we said that Donggang, this town, is highly rich in fishery resources, and close to our school there is a Dapong Bay Bridge. So with this spatial geography location, our school aims to develop marine education for our students. So in order to develop this marine education, our school offers some courses such as the Introduction to Marine Resources, and this is a compulsory course in our school. And in addition to compulsory school, we also provide some optional courses such as environmental sustainability. And both of these courses trying to help our students explore more knowledge on environmental issues. And most importantly, it is to fulfill the sustainable development goals. And besides these courses in our school, especially in senior high, each grade there is a math and science gifted class program. So our school also highly value math, science, technology. And we also have compulsory courses. And this is a featured spatial program, feature pleasure a class in our school, and it is called Locological Studies on Donggang, and it is to equip our students with adequate local knowledge and to let our students know more about their living environment, to know more about Donggang. And in addition to the courses, we are trying to cooperate with many high schools overseas, such as Japan and also the Foster High School. We started our visiting program with Foster High School before the COVID-19 started. And because of the COVID-19, we had to stop this program. So in the end, our school generally hope that we can restart this program and to cooperate with the school in Texas again, and want to keep building our students' intercultural capabilities. And the next one is about the spatial program that is in our school is Chinese orchestra. Actually, it is composed of 40 junior high school students. And it can that the students from overseas to experience different culture. And the next one, besides the music talented classes in our school, we also have sports talented class in our school. So, and it divided into 3 different expertise, such as athletic team, soccer team, and badminton team. And this timeline is talking about the interaction events that have ever happened between our school and Forband previous years. So it is from 2016 to the 2019. So this is what they did in the previous years. So this is a visiting program between our school, Donggang Senior High, and Foster High School. And that's one in the future we want to, just what I say before, our school wants to restart this program and we want to have a better cooperation with Forband. So this is divided into short-term goals and long-term goals that we are looking forward to this program. So first one is a cultural interaction. And this topic might be the cuisine or holiday, and the way of communication is through the internet like this, and maybe synchronous or asynchronous. But we should be careful of the time difference between Taiwan and Texas. So this is a short term. And the long term one is that we hope the COVID-19 can end it very soon so that we can have an inbound or outbound activity in the future. So for example, if we have the activity like inbound experiences, that when the students from America come to Taiwan, then our school can provide some homestay or cultural experiences for the students from America. And the last one is online interaction. Try to make students interact through the internet. And the participants, we hope this our students and the students from the America, then we can communicate with each other. And the frequency may be once a month. And the issue, it is actually depending our students' needs and interests. So here is food, pop culture, or SDG goals. So, okay, so this is the introduction and the hope of our school. So thanks for your listening.
Thank you very much, Joyce. Thank you, Joyce. Please, Fang Liao High School, you will do the presentation, and please take your time, 3 minutes, because we are running out of time. So Rita, are you going to do the presentation? Emma 要做吗 ？Emma?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
yeah,
going
Emma,
to
yes,
give an
please.
introduction. So right now I'm going to share my screen. Good morning. I'm going to give a brief introduction about our school. So can you hear me clearly? Yes?
Yes, good.
Yes.
Thank you. So our school is a complete school. It's a 6-year school, including middle school and senior high school from 7th grade to 12th grades. So where's Taiwan again? On the left-hand side, as you can see, this is China, and above Taiwan is South Korea, and on the northeastern side is Japan. So now you know the relative position of our country with our school. Our school is also located in the southern Taiwan. Our school is across from Taiwan Strait. Our school is in a small fishing village and surrounded by beautiful fishing farms. So right now I'm going to play a clip from an aerial view. So this is our campus, and our front door and courtyard, and our gym is besides the sports field. Now I'm going to introduce our head of school again. Our principal is dedicated to whole person education, so our school not only concerns about students' academic performance, but also help students develop their multiple intelligences. We have a great school leader and wonderful facilities. As you can see, this is neither an international hostel nor a fancy restaurant. It's exactly our library. It's beautiful, huh? Our school is devoted to promoting reading program. We have technology reading. Our reading curriculum incorporated with local cultures and the humanities. Under our principal's leadership, we have many special school features. First of all, I would like to talk about our Aboriginal cultures. There are more than 9 Aboriginal tribes in Taiwan. In Pingtung County, we have the most Paiwan population, therefore, because the Aboriginal tribes are nearby our school. About 1/3 of our students are Aboriginals. There are lots of Paiwan students in our school. Many of them are good at dancing and singing. So our students have taken the championship in the national dancing and singing competition for several times. They also perform in Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall each year. We also have dancing classes. They learn different dancing types, ballet, traditional, modern dancing, and even cheerleading. Besides, we have athlete classes. We have many sport teams, judo, badminton, dodgeball, and weightlifting team. These athletes win many awards either in national or in international sports competitions. Our school is also the ideal school of resource and energy. We have robot making and green energy curriculum. Now I provide some suggestions about how we could cooperate in the future. There are 3 ideas of interaction. First, to have better cultural understanding, we can have interchange of our cultures such as festival and custom. Second, we can have some topic discussion about SDGs. Since we all live in the global village, we can discuss about global issues such as quality education, sustainable cities and communities, good health and well-being, no poverty, and so on. Finally, we can have curricular interchange like language exchange programs, Chinese and English. As for how we carry out the above ideas, we can interact with each other through synchronous and asynchronous communication. Due to the pandemic and different time zones, we can mainly use asynchronous interaction by social media, emails, online forums, and apps. After the pandemic, perhaps we can have student exchange programs. I'm looking forward to collaborating with you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Emma. If we have questions, we'll leave it for the discussion part. So to follow on to Pingtung High School, who is going to do the presentation? Chloe?
Yeah, that would be me. Okay, Sam, would you please play the PPT slides?
Okay, can you see the slides?
Not yet, it's running.
Not yet.
You have to share your screen.
Can you see the slides?
Nope.
Sam, you have to share your screen.
Yeah, I've shared my screen.
But so far we haven't seen anything.
But I can still start. Is it okay? So maybe I can start with some brief introduction before the PPT slides come out. Yeah,
Okay.
so that we don't have to waste everyone's time. Okay, good afternoon or good evening to you guys in America, and good morning to people in Taiwan. Okay, I'm Chloe's son from Pingtung Senior High School. Thank you, Sam, finally.
Okay.
Okay, we have conquered the technical issues. As you see, we are a National Pingtung Senior High School. My associates, Tank Hon and Sam Fon, are also present here. And please move on. Today, we're going to briefly introduce our school based on school history, feature courses and activities, as well as facilities and our future prospects concerning our cooperation. The school history, actually, this is a part which all the historic schools have. We have founded our school ever since 1938 during the Japanese colonial time to today. So we just have celebrated our 83rd anniversary last year. And the official name for us is MPTHS, which is a short name for it. We have had 16 principals and passed down on to our current one, Mr. Guo Chen, who took office in 2017. Next, please. As I said, we are a historical school. Tradition is very important, but holistic education is the major focus of all time. We have had many prominent and distinguished alumni in all kinds of fields. Currently, we have 57 classes based on 10th to the 12th grades, which is a big difference from the previous two schools. And another big difference is that we are a boys' school. Now, over 95% of our students are boys who are very energetic every single day. You can see them playing basketball every day on the courts. Okay, we still have a few girls in our class. We also have art class for artistically gifted students, sports class for athletically gifted students, and for mathematically and scientifically gifted students. But last year, we started a bilingual class. So that's the combination of the 57 classes so far. Next, please. About the featured courses and activities, as we said, we have a vision for every school based on the new curriculum. And the vision for our school is set from local to global. All the schools so far have developed their local lessons, like Donggang Senior High School, as well as us. And the school-oriented class that we have developed is Ago Life. The name Ago is the ancient name for Pingtung. So as you know, we are from the southern part of Taiwan, which is the southern parts of Taiwan. But we are not that south compared with the other two schools. Okay, and another is logical speculation, which is very important. And we said it for the 12th graders, divided into 4 areas like Chinese, English, math, and as well as history. But the focus here on courses should lie in our featured elective courses, which are mostly PBL, project-based learning, like beekeeping. They're actually keeping bees for the entire semester. But they will set them free at the end. And automatic physics, as well as GIS and chemistry, and so on and so forth. Next, please. We also focus on foreign language, or we can focus on English immersed environment creation for the students. We have now adopted 2 projects from the Ministry of Education. One is for the foreign teacher introduction, and the other is the bilingual project. Hence, we have 2 native speakers from South Africa and from Belize who are always dedicating to creating an English immersed environment for the students. Of course, we are a boys' school. They are always very energetic. We still hope that we can uplift some of the elites and support the minorities. During senior high school, sometimes the boys are not that focusing on studies because they're more athletic compared with girls. So remedial plans and proactive learners is the ultimate goal for our adaptive teaching and learning. Next. The third part for our introduction is about the facilities. Okay, Sam is about to play a video clip of the introduction of our school. That is one of the convenience stores in our campus. Okay, Sam, I think we can stop right here.
Okay,
Thank you very much. So as you see, we are a big school and full of a lot of athletic facilities. It's a must for boys. We also have renovated classrooms for our courses and future courses like these on the sides. Okay. Next, please. Finally, we're going to talk about the future prospects of our cooperation. This is very simple, but as well as the other two schools, we're looking forward to building bonds between each other, and signing a memorandum of understanding might be the first step, but we can start with online meetings of cultural exchange, whether signing the MOU or not. And we're looking forward to a deeper bond through cultural exchange, course exchange, and maybe even bonding a sister school in the future. So that would be the short-term as well as the long-term goals in the future. Thank you. And that would be the end of my introduction. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Koi. Thank you very much. It's been very brief. Thank you. We have 3 presentations for Lamar CISD. So, Dr. Cherry, what do you say?
What are you asking if we have some presentations? We are not coming forward with any presentations right now.
So here, well, the 3 high schools from Pingtung County, they are eager to have a sister school partnership with your CISD, and so we have you have 5 or 6 high school principals here. So I would like to know, what do you think from the perspective of your CISD? Do you support? Will you approve the MOU so that they can start to work together? What will be the process for your approval or something?
Well, number one, I can approve things so far, based upon our past experience, but I definitely will be also updating Dr. Nivens, because one of the things that I wrote down is ensuring that we're looking at our other MOUs as well, and then determining the others in addition to. I think that all of the principals that are on this call see a value in having their kids interact with the different campuses. And we have traditionally really focused on, I think, Jerry, are you still on the call? Jerry, are you there? As I have a question for Jerry.
Jerry, can you unmute? We cannot hear you. You have to unmute.
Well, number one, I think that a lot of the work that we've done until he figures out that part, and then John is here, he just got in, he's from the most recent high school we have. What we want to ensure that we're doing is this program and the benefits of the program would not be just focused on one high school, whether it's Foster High School or George Ranch. They kind of gave birth, I would say, to a program. But the way that we would try to envision this, or some of the thoughts that we have had from my end, would be that we would pair a couple of the high schools, because we have 6 now, with a specific high school. And so I don't think there is a need to disrupt the apple cart totally, shall we say, here in the United States. Meaning Foster still has the partnership that they have because they have ties to that particular campus. But really begin to look at, okay, what schools are going to partner with each one of the different schools in Taiwan. And then I know from our principals, and I'm going to have them kind of speak here in just a second, is that a lot of this is also going to be generated from their teachers. Because if you put teachers in this as well, and they're going to have lots of ideas of how we can come together. the way that we have focused in on this is that we've done every other year. Like Foster went to Taiwan one year, the school came over here. Obviously, COVID. I was actually supposed to be going to Taiwan. I was very excited to see the schools, and then COVID hit. Who knew we were going to be doing this? You know, I mean, we could not have predicted it. But that's kind of how we envision. What we've got to do is, after listening to you guys, we need them to go back to some of their key teachers and key areas and say, okay, what could we do? You know, what does this look like synchronously and asynchronously? Because I know that there are student groups at all of these schools that would love to do something like this, whether it's pen pal, synchronous. But again, I do not want to speak to necessarily our principals. And so, Jerry, did you work out your stuff? No, he didn't. All right, Kay, you always, if I put you on the spot, you always kind of just like are right there. So I'm going to put you on the spot here real quick. Do you see a value beyond just we're going to travel to Taiwan? But do you see a value in a lot of your kids being connected with schools in Taiwan and developing that relationship? From your perspective, what do you see with that?
So from my perspective, I see a lot of like really great things that we can do. And I was just looking at some of the offerings that you guys have and all your different campuses, and you're very unique in your own way. So I just thought about some of the classes that we offer here at Lamar High School, and just how, you know, just the cultural things that you guys have, how we could really bring and tie those into the classes that we have here, like our human AP geography class, etc. And it would be a great way just to have like learning come to life for, you know, both sets of students, the Taiwanese students and also the students here at Lamar High School. So I see a great benefit, and also I'm looking at some of your other programs that you have, and I'm curious and interested to see how you implement those with your students. And I think that we could definitely have a great partnership. And I like the original dancing as well. So,
Mr. Ward, would you like to say anything and give some insight to the presentations?
I think the big thing is looking at with our students the global market that's occurring and how small the world's become. So I do think there's some things we can do, and even if we start over, whether we use Google Classroom, whatever we use, we can go into each other's classrooms and have kids talk to each other, because our kids are very interested in the world outside of Fulshear High School. And we have a lot of students that have come into our campus from other countries that have integrated. So I think there's some things that we can do there. I love seeing all the aquaculture y'all had going on. That's something that I love. And when you say fishing, I'm a big fisherman, so I would love to go down there and catch something. But I think our kids would love being some sort of exchange. Also looking at some of the mathematics and stuff that we're doing, some of the high level mathematics and some of those things. But so I'm open to it.
All right, Heather Patterson. We can't hear you. Well, I can tell by Heather's mannerisms that she's excited about the opportunity to be able to connect her kids, particularly at George Ranch, with one of the high schools, and develop those partnerships in a way that benefits our kids. Again, the global mindset. I know that advanced math, advanced science is important to her vision as well. Is it fixed, Heather? Am I speaking enough? Are we on the same wavelength for things that you were thinking? Mr. Nava, how about you?
Hi. So I agree with both Kay, Dan, and I think that the opportunity for us to share in the STEM, the science and the technology and math is great. Am I getting the same feedback as Heather was? Or not? Anyway, I think it's a great opportunity for our students. Some of our students have not ever traveled outside Fort Bend County, and so having cultural diversity come in, or having our kids being able to spend some time elsewhere, I think would be a great learning opportunity for a lot of them. But I agree that I think it's a great opportunity for everyone across the board, and forming the partnership with Taiwan, I think, is excellent. I love all the cultural aspects that are embedded into the curriculum. So I think it'd be a great learning opportunity.
Jerry, were you able to connect? Well, okay, John, we're able to hit the end of this. Montelongo is our 6th high school principal, so his high school is actually named after our former superintendent, Dr. Thomas Randall. So, Mr. Montelongo, do you want to have, again, partnering your school with another school? What are your thoughts with that?
Yeah, I have some experience from previous campuses, and I just think the cultural awareness and the sensitivity that it teaches our children to accept different cultures and customs, and have a better understanding of how to work with different people. I think Dan talked about the economic standpoint of how the world is getting smaller, and that we're really more competitive in a global market, and it really allows our kids to understand that more in a first-hand basis versus just reading it in a book, but understanding how our next classmates in college or in our master's programs may be coming from across the other side of the globe, and it allows us to learn how to work better together. So I think this is an excellent opportunity.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
Jerry. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Would you like to share anything about your experiences or how you see this?
First of all, I want to say hi to Kate and Jane and Tim. It's great to see you guys. The cool thing about our experiences when Donggang came to Foster High School, Leslie McDowell is here with me, guys, also, and she wanted to say hi to you all. I think there was what was the night you guys went to the observatory? What was going on?
Oh, it was like an eclipse.
Yeah, there was an eclipse of the moon, and Leslie took them out to the observatory out at the out past George Ranch High School, and they almost had to push her car out of the ditch because they got caught out there. But there were just little things like that, and the experiences that we had going over to Taiwan, and some of the stories about some of the excursions that Leslie went on. The first time that the entire district went, I don't know if any of you all remember, but there was a huge typhoon that took place, and they had to hunker down in the hotels because there was a big typhoon with Brian Forshee and Leslie Hack. So the bonds that the boys and girls made with each other, you get partnered up with someone that you have no idea who they are at the beginning of a week, and 2 weeks later we have an end of the 2-week ceremony, and all of the kids share their experiences, and they cry, and they share Facebook friends. I'm Facebook friends with Kate, Jane, and Tim, so we kind of keep up with each other. So there's just some lifetime bonds that you make as you go through activities like that. And they really don't have anything to do sometimes with reading, writing, and math. It's just being able to appreciate the culture of someone else 13,000 kilometers from where you live, and realize you're more the same than you think you are.
So I'm going to say that is what all of our high school principals have stated. That is the best way to say, yes, we support the program, because you're talking about people closest to that work, definitely. And so I think every single one of our high school principals sees the need. Now, what we've got to do is then go, okay, where are we going to make the connections? What school with what school is going to be connected? We will not make any arrangements and change up Jerry's school. And so, but I think, Heather, I think you and Juan have partnered up with Foshan, but you've never had a lot of involvement with Taiwan. Is that correct? You guys Only it was more just generated at Foster, right? Okay. The way I envision this is that we are so big now. We've learned a lot with Jerry and starting small, but we have so many different communities. If we compare those communities with the 3 different schools, we can be very intentional and strategic about the way we're going to partner and how we're going to visit once COVID is behind us, as we move forward. And so we've got to get into some planning on that. If you would allow us a little bit in February so that we can kind of have some conversations about, they can talk with their teachers and their team, what does that look like? And then we can have some conversations also about, okay, what schools would be together? Because I want to make sure that you've got 2 diverse campuses that are different from each other so that assists in the partnership moving forward. I mean, it helps the partnership is what I need to say.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Terry, for your consideration and organization. So far, I can see from Lamar CISD, you have 6 high schools, right? And all 6 high schools would like to participate in the project. Yeah. And from Pingtung, so far we have 3. Are we going to have one more? Or I can also invite some other high school, not just in Pingtung, because we have so many high schools in Taiwan. And every high school will be with a brief introduction of PPT. So I can package maybe 6 high schools for you to pair.
Yeah, I think right now what we need to focus in on, because we are expanding from the 1 really being the focal point, is let's start at the next level where we have one of the high schools in Taiwan partnered with 2 of our high schools. And then that way, because high school number 7, that should be kind of our goal, is then to add that once we get to that point. But we haven't even announced where it's going to be, the construction. That's about 3 years down the line, if not 4.
Okay, so the pair will be 2 high schools from CISD with 1 high school in Pingtung.
Yes.
Okay, and so in February, we will be knowing your decision.
Correct. Well, I'm gonna converse with our superintendent to make sure he's well versed and thoroughly updated about our program, about what we have done, what we want to do. Work with the principals and the leadership team to determine which campuses are going to be connected, and then have them also talk about ways in which they can help support this. And then we're going to need to either do this electronically again, to where our campuses can then say, these are some of the things that we've said we could do. And maybe that is just with that particular high school and then the high school. Or maybe at the end of February or the 1st of March, we all gather again and say, these are some of the next steps that we would do. It depends upon what you guys would want with that.
Yes, would that be okay? So, Eric, what do you say? Would that be okay?
Okay, thank you. I think we will prepare some other school slide to Young and to share with Lama. And maybe we can do some conversation, continue to do some conversation in the future. Yeah. And I agree. And I graduated from National Pingtung Senior High School. I agree every single day, so that I study very hard. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
And Terry, when you have to report to your superintendent, if you need me to go with you, I can also go and present what we have from Taiwan.
Okay. Okay. I will speak to him this week.
Okay, so let me know when, and I can join you and let him know that we know. I know your superintendent as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so far, what do you need from us? The slides. You have everything else. So
if you could send Roz those slides, I think we need to send those out to the high schools so they can look at the programs and the different campuses, so that they can make a wise decision on who, and assist us with the connection on what schools are connecting with what schools.
Yes. And for today, we have in total 4 slides. We'll make it a package and send it to you and all your principals.
That's great.
We have the emails of everyone, so we can send them to everyone.
Good. All right.
All right. And then we'll that will be followed up with a meeting with your superintendent. I'll be going with you, and we'll see what will happen in February. And of course, we will give them some kind of a winter vacation in Taiwan because next week is the Lunar New Year.
Yes, it
they
is.
will have a whole 9-day off.
Yay! Happy New Year, soon to be New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so thank you very much for your participation. I think it's a very meaningful meeting. As I said, it's a very huge one. It's so great to see so many principals all together. We have around 10 principals.
Yes.
So can we have a photo group to memorize this momentum? So who is going to take? Winnie, are you going to take photo?
Yes.
Can everyone turn on the camera to show your lovely face to? Wow, got so many people. 郭小姐，也是还有校长吗？陈校长，我们the camera，徐芳主任，组长 ，yes， and 蔡清文，OK， 陈校长现在可以打开摄影机吗？还有郭小姐可以吗
Okay.
好 we'll hold them for a second for the 3 of them to turn on their camera.
Hi. Okay, everyone look at the camera. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Oh, sorry.
陈校长好了吗？
我们在拍。OK.
One
组
more.
长，那个刚刚有人开镜头又关掉了，我不知道怎么办。
We'll take one more photo, okay?
Okay.
Of thumb up.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, 3, 2, 1, cheese. Oh, sorry. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thumb up. Ready? Okay, cheese. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you. The group photo will be also sent to your emails. Thank you very much for your time and participation. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Bye. 校长，谢谢校长，有这么多校长支持，太感谢了。
谢谢子阳组长，
谢谢苏耀组长。
Are you going traveling on the Chinese New Year, Tim? On the New Year, Tim, you going traveling?
No chance. No
Jerry,
chance.
for 21,
No.
He travels all the time.
Yeah. But not now. Not now. It's too hard now.
Too hard with the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see you today,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Good to see you guys. Bye, Kate. Bye, Jen gone. Oh, well, there she is. Bye.
Jerry, bye bye.
Jerry, bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
林校长，谢谢。陈校长，谢谢。
杨组长，谢
好，
谢。
同学们，谢谢，谢谢老师，谢谢，谢谢支持，谢谢。Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.